All right, good evening, everyone. Dan Hunt with the JSKA Rochester Virtual Dojo. Today is April 14th, Tuesday. Still coming to you from our Southern Command Dojo in Sarasota, Florida. We got one more class next week, Tuesday, down here, and then we'll have another class, two Saturday classes coming up. And then we won't have a class on the 28th, as I'll be preparing to come back. So that I'm sure that day's going to be a very busy day. So today's plan, we are going to work on some Kihon, and then work on the Kata Jitte. So last week we did Jion. So this week we're going to do Jitte, and then next week we'll do GN, and we'll finish up the session with GN. All right, so with that, let's get started. Hopefully Tom will join us here in a minute. So I can see my mark here. There it is. All right, feet together and belt. All right, let's jog in place. Jumping jacks. Change your arms. Change your legs. Change your arms again. Good, hips around. Switch. Arms around. Other way. Front back. Elbows up. Up and over. Really push this side hip that way. All right, switch. Now the other hip goes that way. Up. And push your hips forward. Rock the hips sideways. And bend at the waist. Hands down on the floor. Over to the right. Back center. Over to the left. And back to center again. Walk it forward. Drop the hips. Bring your head out of your shoulders by pulling your shoulders down. Turn over one shoulder. Back to center. Other shoulder. Dropping the weight. Or dropping the hip, I mean. And back to center. And roll it up. And all the way up. All right, hands up, knees up, itch. Knee, thumb, feet, go. Easy front snaps, itch. Knee, thumb, feet, go. Good. Ankles up to the center, hitch, knee, thumb, sheet, go. Knees out to the 45, hitch, knee, thumb, sheet, go. Side snaps, hitch, knee, thumb, sheet, go. And some back kicks, hitch, knee, thumb, sheet, go. All right, left leg forward, football kick, hitch, knee, thumb, sheet, go. Switch legs, hitch, knee, thumb, sheet, go. All right, swing the leg out to the side, foot parallel to the floor, hitch, knee, thumb, sheet, go. Other side, hitch, knee, thumb, sheet, go. Good. Left leg forward again. Front leg, back leg, hitch, knee, thumb, sheet, go. Switch legs, hitch, knee, thumb, sheet, go. Good, let's go long. Stretch groin. Shorten it up. Rotate. Go long. Ball the foot in the back. Push hips forward. Hands up. Hand up. Straighten it up. And up. Let's go the other way. All right, shorten it up. Hip rotations. Go long. Ball the foot. Arms up. And come back. Straighten. And up. Arm across. On your back. All right, grab your head. Other arm behind your back. Pull it. Look down. And pull your head sideways more. And up. Switch arm across. And down your back. Over your head. All right, put the other arm behind your back. Grab the head. Look down. And up. All right, shoulders forward. Back. All right, straighten your knees. All right. Let's work on some Kihon drills. All right. Yoi. Hirari Girambarai Kamai. Hey. And Kamai. So I want a jab, then Sambanzuki stepping forward. Mai, Kizamazuki, Samanzuki. Ich. Ni. San. Shi. One more. Go. Hey. Okay, going backwards. So start short, extend, release your front foot, and then step back. Samazuki. Ready. Ich. Ni. San. Shi. Go. Hey. All right, good. Next one. Kizamizuki, Maigiri, Oitsuki. So two punches, one kick. Ready. And also this one, release the front foot as well. And then after you're done with the last Oitsuki, bring it back shorter. Ready? Ich. Ni. San. Hey. Shi. Hey. Go. Hey. All right, this one, we're going to punch out the front hand, kick out the front leg, bam, land backwards. I want to turn this into a Junzuki, so turn it sideways all the way out here. Okay, so not more square. I want to open this up as far as I can. Okay, ready? So front hand, release, then kick out the front leg, boom. Okay, and we're going to turn this into a Sochin-dachi or a Fudo-dachi, okay? So change that to a Fudo-dachi and then bring the back leg up and change it into a Zenkuta-dachi just a little bit shorter. Okay, ready? Here we go. Ich. Ni. San. Shi. Last one. Go. All right, good. Next one. Gyakuzuki, Maigiri, Gyakuzuki. So we're going to start with the first Gyakuzuki, Maigiri, Gyakuzuki. Okay, so make that kick come right behind that Gyakuzuki. Okay, and then we'll shorten it up, moving the front leg back on the second Gyakuzuki after you're done. So make a full length stance and then shorten it up, retake Kamai. Ready. Ich. Ni. San. Shi. Back up just a little bit. Go. Ready? All right, going backwards. Same thing. We're going to kick our Gyakuzuki. We're going to kick out the front leg again. And again, land in Fudo-dachi. Gyakuzuki again. Okay, cool. So kind of feeding into the Sochin we did last week. Put yourself in a Fudo-dachi to make that second Gyakuzuki. Ready. Ich. Ni. San. So this one I feel like I have to land first and then go. I can't necessarily land and drop and punch. Okay?
So see if you can make that a land first and then go. She. Go. Hey. All right, good. All right, next. We're going to step in by stepping off to the side first. Geidan Barai. Okay, so front leg's going to go off to the side. 1, Gyatsuki, come back to center. Okay, then the next one, go off to the side, Gyatsuki, and enter with the down block reverse punch. Okay, so take your front foot off to the side. We'll just do a couple here while we're getting used to it. 1, and reverse punch. Come back. 2, off to the side, down block, reverse punch, come back with the back foot. Okay, back up. All right, let's try and put it together here. Here we go. Itch. Knee. Sun. She. Go. Hey. Okay, again. Going backwards this time. This time we're not going to move the back leg first. We're just going to squeeze off, go off to the side, make the Gyatsuki. Okay? So we're going to go straight back and then veer off at the last second. Try not to go too far off this way. Try and make this more, just a little bit. See how that edge of the door is kind of right in the center of my body there? So I'm just going to take that edge of the door and just make it slightly available. So that's their line that they're coming on. I want to just barely have them miss me. Okay, ready? Here we go. Itch. Come back. Knee. And back. Sun. Back. Chi. Back. Go. And back. All right, same thing. This time we're going to go off to the side. 1, we're going to do this down block in advance, so bringing our back leg forward into the front stance. Okay, so I'm going to go 1, Mashigiri Gyatsuki. Okay, so this backside hand, so your right, is going to come off to the side this way. Okay. Okay, does this look familiar with some of the Okinawan styles? Same sort of thing. So we're going to go off to the side, get a little bit of space, and finish it with a Mashigiri Gyatsuki. All right, ready? Itch. And then come back center. Again, this one's going to go off to the side, backside head blocks, itch. Come back. Sun. Chi. Go. Hey. And back. All right, this time, I'm going to do the same thing as we did before, which is a step and step off to the side. Down block with our new front hand. Then we're going to fire off that Mashigiri and then Gyatsuki. Okay, so it's going to look like this. 1, 2, 3. Okay, ready? Itch. Hey. D. Hey. Sun. Hey. She. Hey. One more. Go. Hey. All right, good. Let's do those again. This time, instead of a full hikite, I want you to keep your hands up. Okay? So a little bit more kumite feeling, keeping it so that you can protect your computer. Okay, so after here, 1, bring that hand back up. And on the Gyatsuki, keep the hand up. Ready. Ich. Eight. Back again. Knee. Eight. Sun. Eight. She. Eight. Last one. Go. Eight. All right, good. Last one going backwards. Okay, same sort of thing. Step off to the side, bring it down, and bring it back up again. Kick, and then Gyatsuki, bring it back. So leave the hands up. Ready? When you do that down block, get it back up right away. As soon as you feel like you've made contact with that leg, okay, bring it back up. Ich. Eight. Knee. Eight. Sun. Eight. She. Eight. Go. Eight. All right, good, young man. Bow. Straighten up. All right. Got a couple more here. About. Hayoi. Hidari get umbrella. Come on. Right? Come on. All right. So, Agyuke. Uriken. Kizami Uriken. Gyatsuki. Okay? So the tempo is bum, bum, bum. All right. There we go. Ich. Knee. Sun. She. Go. Hey. So here we're just releasing this down with the back fist. All right, same thing again. Going backwards this time. Ich. Knee. Sun. She. Go. All right, good. Next one. Sotuke. Empiuchi. Uriken. Yoko Keage. And then Gyakuzuki. So Sotuki 1. Empiuchi 2. Uriken 3. Yoko Keage 4. And Gyakuzuki 5. Okay, ready? Ich. Eight. Knee. Eight. Sun. Eight. Last one. She. Eight. Ushiro. Ich. Eight. Nip. Eight. Sun. Eight. She. Eight. Go. Eight. Good, Yummy. All right, square up your location. All right, steer Hirari Gate Umbarai, come on. All right, Mai Gate Umbarai, Kizami Uriken, Gyatsuki. So 1, 2, 3. Okay. So we're changing direction. Think of this Gate Umbarai as a strike to the groin instead of a block. Okay, so it's going groin, their head comes forward. Guess where that Uriken's coming? Right down the middle where their head's going. Ready. Ich. Oh, bum, bum, bum. Knee. San, Shi, Go, Rise up. All right, so the next one, we're going to go down block, and then we're going to do an Ashibarai at the front leg. Then back fist, reverse punch. Okay, so Ashibarai, pull it sideways, see if you can catch them stepping in deep. Okay, you're going to have to reach out. You don't want to step back real deep either, because that way I can't really get a good Ashibarai. But if I step back a little bit off to the side, or not, just step back straight back, but short, boom, I can reach forward and Ashibarai, back fist, reverse punch. All right, here we go. E. She. Go. Good. Step back. Get to the back of your room. All right. Next one, Uchuke, Kizamazuki, Kizami Maigeri, Gyakuzuki. All in front stance. Zenkutsudachi. Ich. Hey. Ni. Hey. San. Hey. Shi. Hey. Go. Hey. Okay, Ushiro. This time we're going to add, we're going to turn it into a Yoko Kikomi. All right. So Uchuke, Kizamazuki, Yoko Kikomi, then Gyakuzuki. All right. Ich. Ni. San. She. Go. Yummy. Emma. All right. Get a drink of water. Come right back for Jitte. Keep moving though. All right, we got everybody back. Oh, Marty's back. Hello, Mike. Welcome back from Scotland. I can't wait to try one of your scotches that you brought back. Oh, only 3? 5. Okay, good. All right, let's go with some Jitte. So Jitte, with the kanji, is 10 hands. And if you look at the embusen, or the way that the kata runs, it runs in just a cross. And that cross is 10 in Japanese. So I think that's the main way that it's being interpreted. Also, somebody tried to tell me that, well, if you do this kata against somebody, it's like you have 10 hands going at them, and they only have 2. I don't know. A little grandiose, if you ask me, but that's a good story anyway. All right, so the kata starts same way as Jion. Okay, it's right hand into left, elbows a little tight, not down the center here, but well, if you got your arms up here like this at about chin height, just bring this in tight to your chest you kind of should be probably right about here on your chest, and bring it in, okay? And so hands about even with your chin, just covering your neck area. Okay, so for me, I do the bottom hand, so right, left, right, and then I pull this open hip. And this hand is tipped downward like that. Okay? So again, back. Now this one goes more forward than backwards. So you got to line up, come back, start at the very back of your room. Okay? So elbows in, jitte. So right, left, right. Okay, open that hip up, turn that right hand down. Now the next one, we're going to change directions and pull this over as the other hand comes up and into the chest area. This one is downward. Okay, so think of it as maybe I got his hand and I'm catching underneath the elbow. Okay. Now the next one here is I'm going to take this hand over to the shoulder, to the right shoulder, and I'm going to shift to my right with a haito. Okay, palm is up, hitting with this part of your hand. Pull the thumb in. Okay, from here, I'm going to take a half step in with my left, bring the right into my side, shove it out, shote. Now this shote is straight in this way. It doesn't come up like jitte does, and it doesn't slice like Kihon or Jin. So this is more straight in, palm heel, shoving straight in. Okay. All right, so let's go back to the beginning. Okay. Right, left, right. Step 45 degrees. Change hands. Bring this in. Okay, turning a little bit away from it. Now we're going to shift over to the right with a haito. We're going to end up parallel or perpendicular to the direction of the kata. One. Now from here, left leg, bring the right hand in, shote. One. Again, pivoting on the balls of the feet. 2 and 3. So the tempo of that is 1, 2, 3. Okay, do it again. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rock. Okay, one more time at speed and tempo. So the first move should be very strong and hard, but not fast. Okay, so it's very slow dynamic tension. Same with the second one. The second one, you're here, right? The second one should have the same sort of feeling as Sochin does, with the stance having a finish when the hands finish. Okay? Then the third one is fast. Fourth one is fast, and fifth, sixth, seventh, those are all fast. All right, here we go. Jitte. Ich. Ni. San. Shi. Go. Rook hitch. I think I did too many, did I? Yeah, I did. Do it again. Sorry. Trying to remember my mirror image. Sensei mode. This. One more time. Jitte. Ich. Ni. San. Shi. It's 1. Then 2, 3. Okay. All right, let's see you guys do it. So that's as high as it goes as far as toward the camera. So if you're finding your position to be good, keep it there. If you need to switch up, maybe do it on one of the kibarachis. All right, here we go. Jitte. Ich. E. San. Chi. Go. Rock. All right, good. Now, Andy Lachage, make your shote go more down the center. There you go. And pull those fingers way back so your palm, yes. Yeah. So this part here is what you're striking with, okay? Yeah. Okay. All right, one more time, and then we'll move on from there. So this one is actually kind of a shorter kata than Kihon, and it has a lot of repeated movements in it, so it makes it a little bit easier. All right, so Andy Lam, it looks like your elbows are out here like this a little bit. Bring them in a little bit more. Okay. So if you should feel the inside of your arms here touching your rib cage, just outside your pecs. Okay. All right, here we go. Ich. Ni. Anchi. Go. Rook hitch. All right, good. All right, let's stay right there, and we'll move on. All right, so and again, just a reminder: make sure you're doing those kibarachis, pivoting on the balls of the feet. All right, so the next movement, okay, we're going to step across and raise our arms up, 1. Okay, and then step out again, kibarachi, double down block, 2. Okay, the next one is no shift yet. Bring the arms up again. Now shift, manjuke. I'm sorry, yamauke. All right, so your arms are up in the mountain symbol, like that. And the arms are slightly in front of the eyes on both of them. So about even with the front of your nose on the back side of your arms. Okay? Okay, we're not looking yet to the right. So now we're going to take and rotate ourselves. We're going to lift the leg up in the center, save our arms a little bit, and then put our ball of the foot down and twist into it. So now the front arm is forward and the back arm is about even with our ear, twisting this way. So that's 1. We're going to do 2 more of these. Again, pivoting on the ball of the foot. 2 and 3. Key eye is there, right? Okay, so again, there's a little bit of an angle to this. Okay, so I'm here, a little bit of an angle with the front side. Okay, think of it as I got his arm here, and I want to pull his arm back this way, and I want to strike that way against the arm, or possibly bring his arm and strike into the neck. Okay, so let's go back to this last shote, palm heel. Okay, step across and up, jujuke. I think you want to have the right hand in front. Okay, toss the hands down, double down block, right hand in front again, and shift. Okay, yamauke. Now turn and look to the front, twisting 1. And then the next 2 are right after each other, sambanzuki feeling 2, 3, right? Okay, one more time. Let's go from the beginning. All right, come on. Jitte. Ich. Ni. Sanchi. Go. Rokich. Ich. Ni. Sanchi. Go. Rokich. Hey. All right, one more time. Any questions? Looks like everybody's good. All right, excellent. So one thing I will say too is when you're making this, I'm going to go a regular way. When you're making this, don't bring this down too low. This is more out. This is kind of all happening within this zone right in here. Okay? Touch, touch over the top. Okay? And then this here, I want to think backside of my wrist is about even with my solar plexus. Okay? So it's 1, 2, 3. So don't drop the hand really low and then come back up again. Okay? All right, here we go. All the way to there, then I'm going to have you guys do it. Here we go. Jitte. Ich. Open that hip, finish your hands at the same time as your stance. Ni. Sanchi. Go. Rook hitch. Ich. Ni. Sanchi. Go. Ich ni. Hey. And then from here, bring your right leg in. Your double down block. Okay. So bring your right leg in and Yoi stance, but double down block. Okay. All right. Let's see you guys do it from the beginning. Any questions?
Quick one.
Yes, sir.
When we're coming down the line here and putting on the ball of your foot, do you bring your rear leg forward before the twist?
Oh yes, definitely.
Right. So you're like centering as you come down.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So as you land with the ball of the foot, so you're here facing sideways, I'm going to hold back a little bit of my arms here, and then as I land and make that rotation, final rotation. So it's like a baseball bat. So I'm going to rotate the hips and let the arms follow with it. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right, good question. All right, anybody else question? All right, let's go. Let's see ya. All right, hi Bob. Come on, Jitte. All right, see if you can end your feet movement and your hand movement together. Ich. Ni. Anji. Up. Rook hitch. Ich. Ni. So Annie Lachage, you got to go toward the back of the room on that step across. So go back to the last shote. Okay. Everybody go back to the last shote. Sorry. Okay. Now step toward the back of the room over the top, right hand in front. There you go. No, down first, double down. There you go. Now now bring your hands up and then shift to the rear. No, just shift, Andy. Just shift to the rear. So step first. 1, 2. Now hands up and shift to the rear. There you go. Everybody in Yama Uke. Here we go. 3 of these. Sambanzuki feeling on this too. Ich.
Nissan. She. Double down block. Bring the right leg in. There you go. Good. All right. So, anti-lissage, when you're making these, try not to have a little bit of a lean to it, okay? So keep it nice and high. Yeah, that's it. Yep. Yep. And on your second one, make sure you have the hand slightly forward of your head. That's one. I'll make your next one. Slightly forward. Yeah, there you go. And then the third one. Yep. Yep. Got it. Marty, yes.
Sensei, this movement after here,
Yep.
are you bringing this one up underneath, or is it just coming back to the hip? Up
No,
here?
I have it coming up underneath the arm. I don't know that it really matters a lot. I think it can come from the hip line. You're just trying to send it over the top of their arm that you've moved over here.
Right.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, you're welcome. Good question. All right, let's go to that point, and then we'll finish. I think we'll finish up the kata because the rest of it seems pretty easy, I think. All right, here we go. Hi, Bob. Come on. Jitte. Ich. Ni. Sanshi. Goruk. Ich. Hutch. Hey. Sorry, no ki. Ich ni. To the back of the room, double down block. Ich. Back of the room, shift. Ich. Two more. Nissan. Right. Ki there. Bring the right leg in. All right. So the next move here, I'm going to send the right arm out. Okay. I'm no longer in your mirror now. I'm going to send the right arm out toward the back of the room. I'm going to drop it. So here goes Jodan, and then I'm going to drop it. Take it, whatever it is here, I'm going to take that down and strike with this one. Okay? So I'll do this in your mirror or sensei mode again. And then I'm going to take and I'm going to swap them. So see this height here? I want to maintain that height. And I'm going to bring this knee all the way over here and drive it in. Again, maintaining this height here. We got one more. There's three of these. So this side here is back here and goes in, okay, or back here. So this top one is high and pushing in, okay. So in your sensei mode again, okay, so we're in double down block. Reach out with your right to the back of your room and strike left to the neck, okay. Swap the hands. Bring your right hand high. Bring the knee all the way to the side and shove it in. Okay, so right hand is high, left hand is low. One more. Knee off to the side and shove it in. Okay, so there's a little small addition to that. Everybody look. Okay, so I'm here. I'm going to reach 1, 2. So this next part, not only lifting the knee over there, but I'm going to try and foot sweep. Okay, so it's a little bit of foot sweep, but more of a knee attack, and shove it in. So think of it as I'm breaking their balance, and I'm shoving them back in, and I'm hitting them in the back with my knee. Okay, so again, back to double down block. Okay, going to the back of your room, reach out with your right, high, shove the right hand in high, drop the left. I'm sorry, shove the left hand in high, drop the right. Now switch it up. Right hand is high, left is low. One more, and shove it in.
Okay. One more. Just sorry, I got the left and the right mixed up here. I had the correct hands. I just didn't do my translation. Okay, here we go. Right hand out, left hand goes high. And the right hand drops. 2, shove it in. 3, shove it in. Okay? Let me watch you guys, see if you're doing it. Pretty sure you are. Go back to the double down block, please. Okay. Ich knee. So left is high, right is low. San. Shi. All right, so Mijo, I think you fixed it. But yeah, that upper hand is up here, not down here like that. So make sure that upper hand is it's going in straight like that. Yes. Okay, let's do it one more time. Double down block, and then we'll finish it up. Ichni. San. Shi. All right, so Mijo, I'd like to get just a little bit of a cleanup on you. So it looks to me like, maybe I'm just seeing it from a different angle. It looks to me like this is good, but if I'm going to do, this here. If I'm going to do the next one, it seems like this elbow is higher than the hand, and you've got kind of you're shoving downward with it instead of just like pulling back a bow. That elbow doesn't want to be up. It wants to be a little bit more parallel to the ground. So wrist to elbow should be very parallel to the ground. 1, 2. That way. Okay? So be careful that elbow doesn't come up and the hand drops. Okay? All right, let's go back to the last double down block, and then we'll finish up the kata. Okay? Reach out, ichni, san, shi. All right, take your back leg, make a big turn, manji gamai, ich. Go back the other way, knee, just a mate. Okay? Take your left leg, step out toward the front, agyuke. Okay, 2 more agyukes. The first one is fast. 1, 2. Go back toward the back of the room. And then 1 more, and then with a ki on the end. All right? Okay, back leg turns, pivot, use your hips to rotate, and come back to the beginning. And then bow. Okay, so back to double down block. Reach and shove, ichni. San, shi, go, ruk. Manji, gamai, ich, knee. Reposition the right leg, agyuke. Then the next 2, step forward, and then mate, both agyukes. 1, 2. Step forward again, last agyuke. All right. Now, use your hips to get yourself turned around, pivot on your heel, and come back to kamae. And bow. All right, that's the whole kata. All right, one time from the beginning. Now watch you guys. I think we'll be done. Let's kamae, jitte, ich, ni, sanshi, go, rukich, ich, ni, sanshi, go, rukich, hey, ich, nisan, shi, go. Rook hitch. 1, 2. Itch. Nissan. Shi. 8. Yame. And bow. So be careful when you're done with this one. You're in this agyuke. And your right leg is forward. Try not to let your body bend here. Pivot around it. Oh, keep yourself nice and tall. Pivot on your heel of your right foot to finish. Question, Andy? You good?
Yes, Sensei. No, good.
Okay.
Just one question at Ashibara, the swipe. That's kind of quick, and then the movement following is slow, right?
Correct. And make
Okay.
more of the knee lift than
Yes.
the ashibarai. The ashibarai is part of it, but the knee has to come very high. Okay?
Yes.
Because you're just trying to break their balance a little bit, and then that knee goes into their back. Okay? All right, let's
thank
go.
you.
Let's go to finish. Start the kata all the way to the end. Jitte. Itch. Ni. Anshi. Go. Rook hitch. Itch. Ni. Anshi. Itch. Ni san. Itch. All right, so everybody should still be looking that way to your front. Yeah. Now turning to your right. Ichni. An. Chi. Go. Rook. Ichni. San. Shi go. Rook. Ime. And up. Come on. All right, so Andy Lasada, same sort of thing for you that I was telling Miho on those, on these. So I'm going to do it sideways to the direction that we do, okay? So I got double down block here. Make this first one a nice reach. 1, 2. And then this next one, watch how high my right arm is. See how my elbow is nice and high? So that elbow is nice and high, and then shove it in. Now the left arm would be same, nice and high. Shove it in. Okay? So try not to let that elbow stay low. Now if you've got shoulder injuries, I get it. My left arm is a little tight right now. So if you see me having this a little low, that's why. But this wants to be about parallel, elbow and wrist about even with the top of the armpit. Okay?
Sensei,
Yes, sir.
it used to be something you told us, imagine we had in our hands, like a stick, because it kept us the same distance as we were rowing and pushing back up.
Yeah, so it could be like a Joe or something like that. Sensei Kanazawa's son had demonstrated a Joe kata with Jitte, and we've actually demonstrated that in a tournament or two where they had weapons and stuff. So it was actually pretty good. And think of it as, I got this Joe here, and or maybe it's a bow, and I'm gonna pull that bow with me to, help pull it along as I'm changing directions with it. Okay. All right. Good work tonight. Thank you. Glad everybody's back. I'm missing Tony. He came Saturday, and I think I might have broke him with all those kicks we did. And then
And then Peter's still working on his shoulder, so I'm gonna check in on both of them to see how they're doing. Hopefully they're both back and ready to go soon. So, all right, folks, have a great night, and we will see you next week. Again, reminder: next week is our last Tuesday of the session, and we'll have 2 more Saturdays, and then we'll be done. Okay. All right. Have a good night.
Thank you.
All right.
You
Have a good
said
night.
Bye bye.